Hi everyone, just a little update here on the build I was trying to make from the previous video. The build I'm trying to make with the Barbarian this time is a bleed build with a lot of area and effect damage, but I haven't been able to do it because I also use shouts and dust devils to do damage, but I haven't completed that, or it has been quite difficult to do that because I realize I need the new boots, the new unique boots, but I don't have them. Well, I have one of them, but I have them in a sacred version, so it's not really good, this sacred version. So I need something like this to make it work, to be really good or impressive at least, or at least what I have in mind, to make it to what I have in mind. So well, maybe that shout dust devil bleed build is has to wait, but this time I bring to you, or I was thinking about this other build for quite some time, and it's really fun with the new with the another new unique for the Barbarian Ariet's Bearing. And this unique, I thought, well, if it empowers the ancients, probably you can make a build that uses the ancients all the time, or almost all the time. And I did that. I have Call of the Ancients, so I am going to call this build the Bro build, because you are never alone and the ancients are always with you. Let me show you how it plays this. By the way, I am using Frenzy with 12 stacks of Frenzy because I am using the Amulet Battle Trance. I'm using Steel Grasp only to make myself Berserk, because I don't have other way to make it apart from Steel Grasp and using Kick. I will show you in a minute the full build. And also I am taking advantage of the Paragon Glyph, which is Blood Rage. If I kill a bleeding enemy, I have a chance to be Berserk. But, well, that is something, that is how I am becoming, or I am gaining Berserk. And because of that, I am using Steel Grasp to get more Berserk. Maybe you can change this for Charge, I am thinking. Charge or Leap, if you want. And you Berserk through Kick, Charge, and all of this. I use Steel Grasp just because I am using Kick, or I feel it's better sometimes, or it's fun. For me, it's fun. That's the reason. What else can I explain before I show you? I am using Iron Skin. And this is pretty good because with this build I am using, I have a lot of life. And this life is going to save you when you use Iron Skin, because it depends on your max life. And it goes pretty well. Just to show you my... where is it? My resistances are not on top, the cold resistance. But this hasn't been a problem. I have completed pit level 30 and Nightmare Dungeons level 50 something, 72, 71, without problem. No problem whatsoever. So this is totally something you can try it out. You can perfect this build probably and do it better than me. But well, enough of that. Let me show you. And this is how you bring them back. Thing. And when they are not back, down stop to cooldown reduction, clicker step to skip the enemies. And you come again. Well, these enemies don't show the full potential because they are right now on this level. I am more powerful than them. But even if I use a mine cage, which I have here, it's not going to become a problem. They are level 113, and they are not going to be a problem. You do this, you take damage. Let's take some damage there. And then you use Iron Skin. You see? Pretty nice to have that to survive, especially higher dungeons and floors of the pit. Okay, exciting. But it's amazing. You almost have cooldown. Just to get reduction. I could have better cooldown reduction, but my flicker step is not that high. It's only 2.8 cooldown reduction. That's why I stacked a lot here on Call of the Ancients cooldown reduction, which is going to be helpful too, just to have it more time. As you can see, no problem. Super easy. Really fun. Really fun to play. Similar to the other build I must wait. The Walking Arsenal build. It is really fun, really fun to play. So the other Walking Arsenal build, I haven't completed that. I changed to this one, just because I wanted to try the bleeding one. And I'm going to show you now. I'll show you how this is not a problem. You can do all the bosses with this. You can do, well, not tormented bosses. I haven't tried that. All the bosses, the Riel, Andale, Varshan, Grigory, all of them are a piece of cake. So, do I have materials here? No, I don't have materials, but, well, I'm going to show you probably a harder level so that you can see, and you can see the potential. You can try it out. I'm going to change this build right now. I have invested some time on this one, but I don't care because I want to try, let me show you this build here. It's going to be double swing, similar to the previous one I had on season 3. I think there is a video on that, but it's a double swing build with a quake swing build, something like that. This is the rent build over here. Is not completed. I am thinking of what else I can change and so on. But I need the boots. I really need the boots because it's if it works the way I am thinking, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be a very nice, flashy build. But well, I need to farm the vampire boss. Well, let's see. I was about to show you how you can survive these levels. So let's imagine I am. This is my top here, my cap where I am now. I haven't done this. I haven't tried it because I was focused. I was concentrating my efforts on leveling up only the first category, the first tier of the gear. But just to show you that you can do it too. Just to obtain max opposite, max that stone, tier 30. You open it up. And by the way, you can see that I am not using. I am using no elixirs. I am using no incense or smoky thing. And you can do it. If you use incense or if you can help yourself with extra elixirs, it's going to be easier. Okay, so you saw there a very clear example of why and how Iron Skin helps you a lot, and can be the difference between dying here and dying so probably this is going to take around 30 more minutes. I'm going to speed it up. Okay, and well, guys, this is how you do it. It's probably not high damage, but it's really fun, and it can do everything. It can totally do everything. And even if you continue scaling your gear and everything, it's going to become much more powerful. By the way, let me see this. 11 minutes, yes. So it's going to be really fun to try it out. I try it out, and I'm definitely going to upgrade all this gear. Now, probably you are thinking, well, you're using Doombringer, it's a very unique, and it helps you a lot. But to be honest, I have been watching the stats from comparing this Doombringer to other kind of gear that now we have with the rework of loot. And you can have another kind of equipment. I think it's probably I'm very tempted to use a different one. I am just using it because I got it yesterday. But well, in fact, you can use a legendary with 2 greater affixes or 3 greater affixes, and it's going to be probably better than this one. Because, for example, I am not using core damage. I don't use the chance to heal, the lucky hit chance to heal. I am relying more on Iron Skin. So probably something legendary with greater affixes is better, much better. Even if this greater affix is damage while berserking, it's great. And if the greater affix has flat damage, that's also great. Flat damage. I have one on my stash, so I will probably change to that. And as for aspects, maybe something that can work with, for example, with Geek. It could be nice to have the Geek one, because I don't know if you saw the numbers. I have seen the number is too weak. I don't pay attention to that. But I have seen that my Geek sometimes do 1 to 2 million damage. So probably if you combine that with the aspect that makes enemies explode when they are killed, I think. I don't remember what's the name, but that is the effect. That could be a nice aspect for Kick over here. Whether another aspect will be like Earthquake, but you're not getting full advantage of Earthquake, so Maybe Kick, it's a good one. Well, you're generating a lot of Fury, so probably Dust Devil just to have extra damage, but again, you're not getting most of it. So probably the best bet to fill in this gap will be the Kick one, or any other that you need, right? I mean, there are a lot of aspects. So now let's talk about the build rather quick, but I want to do the boss. I don't forget that. So Helm, max life, a lot of max life you will see on my gear, but Helm, a good Helm with strength, armor just to survive, and a resistance, of course. On the helmet I have Iron Skin, or the Iron Warrior, the aspect of the Iron Warrior. On the chest, again, max life or something like along the lines will be nice. Armor, resistances, focus on that because you lose these gaps here on resistances because of the uniques. Over here I have Disobedience just to scale up my armor. So probably with 14,000 I can do level 100 dungeon, something like that. I don't remember well, but I think it's 14,000 or something like that you need to really have a chance against damage on dungeon 100. Then for the gloves, I have the Accursed Touch, which I am probably going to change. It's a nice crowd control, and when you are like, it's like your panic button when you use ground stop or Iron Skin. It helps you do a little bit of damage, but probably again I will change it to the kick aspect, because I have seen that I kill big groups of enemies with kick. So maybe it's better. I have to try it out. You can try it out, but right now I am using Accursed Touch. For uniques, or on the pants, I have the unique Ariad's Bearing, the new unique. It dropped from the vampire boss, Grigor, something like that. Low stats in my case, low roll. You can get a better one, totally. Flicker Step, which I think if you have a good roll on Ariad's Bearing and you have a good roll on your cooldown reductions here, which I didn't have, you can get rid of Flicker Step and have another pair of boots, a better pair of boots, with another aspect. So something like that. You have to think about what are you going to sacrifice. If you have a very nice Flicker Step with 4 seconds, probably you can sacrifice the cooldown reduction here because you will be jumping through the enemies and getting that cooldown reduction. And you can have another tempering stat here, a different tempering aspect stat than me. Probably something about damage or damage reduction. No, something about I think it's flat damage. Well, you have flat damage. I don't remember the other one. It's resource generation, resource reduction, cooldown reduction. But there is another one you can use here. I don't remember well, but well, you can trade between your boots and your rings. Then for this one, I don't have a better mace, but if you have a mace with greater affixes, it will be better, especially if they have greater affix on strength or damage while berserking. That could be great. So I am using this one, and it's the Edge Master because all my skills do more damage because I am not using that Fury. Only I use Fury when I kick, and it's all the Fury. Then on the other second hand, on the other two-handed weapon, I have Moonrise. Very important to have it here. This is like a must for this build if you want to do a little bit of damage with Frenzy. This is a must here. Amulet, of course, Battle Trance to take advantage of Frenzy. So Battle Trance is nice, cooldown reduction, damage reduction, Max Fury. You want to stack a lot of Fury, so if you have something like Max Fury here, Max Fury there, that's amazing. Ramalatni's Magnum Opus, of course, over here because we are using a dual wield ability. Over here, well, you see I have Dawnbringer, but again, you can have another piece of equipment here. What else do we have? Resources, well, rings. The Rapid Circle, because I want to have just more basic. Your damage is literally basic, Call of the Ancients, and Kick. That's your damage. So you want to focus on those three, okay? So over here, basic skills or something, if you want to do more damage with your Steel's Grasp with Mastery, maybe you can do something here. Something about brawling skills, which is Kick. Probably you can have something here if you don't want attack speed. But I like having a lot of attack speed. And then adaptability, this is another must, because when I use Kick and I deplete my resource, I refill that resource and that damage again quicker. And when I am above the 50% of my max resource, I have increased damage. So that's pretty much the aspects the build. Remember, you have other options. You can change Dawnbringer, you can change Flicker Step if you have nice tempering stats here. If you don't have nice stats here, you can if you have a nice Flicker Steps, you can change the stats here of cooldown reduction. I mean, it depends on your luck, right? Now, Paragon, let's talk about Paragon, but let me pause because I want to do the world boss. Where is it? 1 minute. Oh, the whole time. Let's see. So let me do this, and we will come back to discussing the Paragon. Okay, so we are back here after that world boss. Now, we were going to discuss Paragon, the Paragon board. Well, if you want to see the skill tree, just first, all the points on Frenzy, Combat Frenzy, Damage Reduction. I love Frenzy, probably you noticed that. I love Frenzy, I use it a lot. Nothing on your core skills, Ground Stop, with strategic ground stop to reduce the cooldown of your ultimate, imposing presence, a lot of life, martial vigor, a lot of damage reduction, iron skin with tactical iron skin. You don't want fortify because you will fortify by other means, so tactical iron skin is great here. Then we have swiftness because I didn't focus on movement speed, and my movement speed is not great. Kick with power kick, and this is why I told you I want to change my aspect on probably on the gloves, or I want to change Doomblade and switch it for another one, for a regular 925 sword with 2 greater affixes or 1 on damage. But this is why, because you do a lot of damage based on your fury, and you will see that my fury now stands at 125, and as you will be master working your items, you will get more and more. So where were we? Well, kick, swiftness, aggressive resistance, damage reduction while berserking, amazing. Because even though you are not berserking all the time, you berserk a lot of the time. Prolific Fury probably will change these points because I don't see the point on having them. Probably you get back your Fury to do more damage faster, but I don't know. I'm thinking about this. Battle Fervor, yes, because you're using Kick to gain berserking, so 3 points there. Pit Fighter is a must. Steel Grasp up to Fighter's Steel Grasp. Again, to get berserking for more time, or to trigger berserking just when you start a fight. Thick skin, which is probably the point I'm going to take from here and put it here. Thick skin to fortify, to have a means to fortify. Counter offensive, while you fortify, you have more damage, and when you fortify, you have defensive stance, you have damage reduction. So you see, I am stacking a lot of damage reduction just to survive and to complete the higher difficulties. Then ultimate, of course, ultimate, yes, ultimate. Call of the Ancients up to Supreme Call of the Ancients. Duelist to have more attack speed. Tempered Fury to increase your max Fury, of course, because the more Fury you have, thanks to Ramaldani's Magnum Opus, the more damage you will do. So that's great. Probably an option here that I'm thinking of is I change Prolific Fury, I take the 3 points here, I complete Thick Skin, and I invest 2 points in Invigorating Fury, because with Kick you are using up to 200 Fury, you're spending a lot of Fury, and you heal, which is not that much, it's 1000. Remember, you will be having like 30,000 life with this build, so it's not that much, but it can be something, and it can heal something. So probably that's I don't know. Probably this can save you from fatal damage. But well, that's an option. And then as for ultimate, I would like to have something that really impacts Call of the Ancients. But we don't have anything for Barbarian to really have an impact on Call of the Ancients. So over here, well, as I am somehow berserking, I am using on Constraint. It depends on you. If you're using more brawling skills and not that much, for example, ground stop, you don't want to invest on ground stop, you want to invest on, or you don't want to invest on steel grasp and you want to put charge or leap, probably you can do something with walking arsenal, but only if you get rid of kick, probably, or you get rid of ground stop. That depends on how well your cooldown reduction is on your items, because if you get rid of these, you can, for example, place brawling skills, you get berserking, a lot of berserking, you don't have steel grasp, and walking arsenal, you do dual wield damage here, mace damage with leap, or no, mace damage with charge, and the two-handed sword with leap, something like this. But well, it can work. Unbridled Rage, it doesn't work for us here for this build. We're not using any core skill. Gushing wounds, gushing wounds. Well, the bleed passive. Probably not here again. It probably is not going to work very well for this build, because we are not doing a lot of bleed damage, nearly anything. The only bleed damage that we're using to take advantage of the Paragon is the two-handed expertise, and it's not that much, it's only a 20% damage. So, well, it is what it is. So this is the skill tree. The Paragon we are using, or I am using, territorial damage reduction. Okay, just because of that damage reduction, I am using Wrath for critical strike damage. Important that critical strike damage with frenzy is nice. Ire, damage while berserking glyph, to have that multiplicative damage from this node, from Blood Rage. The node, the legendary node here is Warbringer. That's why I told you don't have to spend too much on fortifying by other means, because you will be fortifying when you kick. So every time you kick, if you have 210 more or less, 210, 225 fury. If you achieve that to get 225 fury, you will be fortifying a lot, like half your life. I don't have that much, but I can fortify 2 times. Like when I use kick, I fortify not 5,000, I fortify 10,000. So 3 times I do kick, which I do pretty often. I do fortify very quick. That's why this is nice. Over here, I got Undaunted. Well, this one. Damage while fortified. But again, I am not using it for the damage. I am using it because of the damage reduction. So that's 15% of damage reduction from fortify plus 10% damage reduction from these glyphs. That's 25 plus all the other damage reduction that you have. That's why I haven't had problems with my resistances, because I have a lot of damage reduction. Now over here, decimator, of course, because you want this multiplicative damage from vulnerable. And finally, over here we have exploit. Pretty important because you want to make enemies vulnerable, and every time you hit them with this glyph, they become vulnerable. So exploit, very nice here with Carnage for more attack speed. I have a lot of attack speed on this build, but probably you can get rid of this part, these points, and invest on something else. For example, here, damage while fortified. I don't want to do more. I don't want to have more attack speed because I want to do more damage while fortified, and that's nice. That's great if you have enough attack speed on your items, on your gear. What else? Maybe you can go for some resistances here. It depends on you. I got these points because I have these extra points, 3. But probably you can take advantage of these resistances over here. You can take advantage of strength, extra strength here for territorial or something. You can change it for the one that uses strength. So for example, over here I need another strength for more damage while berserking, but I am not using it, to be honest. I prefer to have the resistances, and I'm doing great. So you have a lot of options here. Also, I was thinking, if I get enough fury from items, from my gear, probably this full dashboard or this square is not necessary. I am using this because it gives me max fury, fury on kill, it gives me fortify. But if I am already fortifying with my gear, if I am getting a lot of max fury with my gear, a good option will be flawless technique, because over here I will get max life, I will get damage with one-handed weapons, I will have attack speed, I will have critical strike damage. So this board is really good with Frenzy. It works really good with Frenzy. I am not using it because I decided to use this one, Warbringer. But it depends on you, it depends on your gear. There are a lot of variables. It depends on your luck because of that tempering, how high your temper gets, or how nice your greater affixes are on your items. So, well, this is the build. I show it to you. It's very nice. I hope you try it out and perfect it. Mine is not perfect. In fact, as I told you before, I am going to change it already. And that's why I am making this video. So I am going to change it to double swing, a swing quake, and when I have it done, I will also upload a video on that. But in the meantime, thank you very much for watching, and see you on the next video.